If you're going to write an amicus brief, don't call the jury stupid. Not a good way to start. Fuel me once here, driving instructor of the world. We'll continue right along. This is part 3. So the argument of Mr. Depp's counsel to the jury relied upon many assertions that are nowhere within the 4 corners of the editorial at issue. They start by doing that, but then drop down a few more sentences. In order to find Miss Heard liable for defamation by implication, a court must make numerous leaps of logic that are not justified by the actual words of the op-ed. Wait, so you're saying the jurors had to make numerous leaps of logic to find her guilty of defamation by implication? What? Look at that footnote down below. Oh, her privacy was violated. Yeah, she made it public. Here's the next page. It's trying to teach us how to read an op-ed. We know how, and the jury knows how to read. And the rest of the op-ed wasn't part of the defamation suit. They start going into Johnny's reputation. Again, wasn't part of the suit that the jury ruled on. More, these are so-called articles, are really just blogs and opinion pieces. They're not actual articles. Some of them are gossip rag stuff. The UK lawsuit, they talk about the participants created an atmosphere more appropriate for a trivialized wrestling match. This is all inflammatory language for no reasons. Social media lambasted, not part of the jury's deliberations, not part of the case. I thought they were going to talk about the trial here. It goes on to say that the jury has a fundamental misunderstanding of the law in their decision. Wow. What is that fundamental misunderstanding? They don't say. What they say next, and I don't have the papers because they've been taken down since, but it says there's more than one kind of abuse, and the jury doesn't know what abuse really is. It may be that Johnny didn't physically abuse Amber, but he sure emotionally, verbally, and psychologically abused her. Again, the jury would have understood that. The jury would have understood many definitions of abuse. They didn't rule on them. They didn't say Amber was a victim of abuse at all, except from one statement by Adam Waldman was defamatory to her. Remember, this is a defamation case, not an abuse case. They then talk about the op-ed as, you can't look at meanings of specific words, but the meaning Amber Heard wanted the reader to understand from the op-ed as a whole. Jury could have looked at that. They looked at these statements and said, these statements were defamatory. What's not in the briefs? The actual assignments of errors.